Alrighty, what's up everybody? It is I, your tribal god of extreme, Peter Joseph here, with Ozzy Osbourne. We're here on this another hot Friday afternoon, getting close to Friday evening, June the 20th, 2025. Happy first day of summer, even though summer doesn't officially start till like near 11 o'clock for some odd reason. That's weird, but okay. But anyway, happy first day of summer to you. We're going to start the first weekend of summer. Not the first unofficial, but, you know, well, we got the weekend, doesn't matter. So, first weekend of summer. Thank you all for watching right here on the main channel, Killer of Demons 669. And as always, make sure you like the video, hit that subscribe button down below, and all that other good shit. Don't forget to hit that bell, too, because if you don't, I'll come to your house and smack the fuck out of you to make sure you hit that bell. Or then again, I'll send you to the shadow realm where Satan will eat your soul. So, do it now. And we move on. Alright, no big intro this time, because I do have to run out to dinner with my parents. And the missus, of course, so we're going to be out for a while. We're going to a nice little restaurant. And, might watch SmackDown there if they have it on, but, yeah, we'll see. But anyway, before we even get to SmackDown, ladies and gentlemen, hope you have a great day. It's gonna get hot here in New York City this weekend. 80s, 90s, even 100 on Tuesday. With the humidity, making it feel like Phoenix. Gonna be insane, but the summer is here. You gotta love it. So, we move on with that. But anyway, before we even get to SmackDown tonight, the next to last 3-hour show, before we hit July 4th weekend. July 4th show is going to be a 2-hour show. But anyway, it is time for your late out of fucking date WWE Monday Night Raw thoughts, you understand? Thoughts. Not thought. Thoughts. Off the top of the dome. Alright, for this past Monday, June the 16th, 2025. And, we're emanating from the Rush Center in Green Bay, Wisconsin! Mr. Okay, no, Mr. Kennedy was not there. Then again, who knows? Alright, coming up on Night of Champions, next weekend, actually, I believe next Saturday afternoon, in the land of sand, Saudi Arabia, at 1 p.m., so we get an early pay-per-view, and then we can pretty much go to sleep the rest of the weekend, because there's no Collision next weekend, because they're not taping it. They'll be doing a live back-to-back, Wednesday Dynamite this coming Wednesday, and then Thursday, live Collision, so no Collision next weekend. I don't know why, but there's no basketball, baseball, or anything. Maybe it's the NBA draft, I don't know. Well, we get that. Speaking of the NBA, holy shit, Pacers won last night in dramatic fashion again. The fourth Game 7 of the NBA Finals. You gotta love that. Who knew this would go 7? Who knew? But Tyrese Halliburton is hurt, but he says he will play. It's not going to be in Indy, it's in Oklahoma City, so we'll see what happens with that, I think tomorrow night. But that's cinema, man. Who knew that this series would go 7? Everybody and their mother had Oklahoma to pretty much sweep the Pacers, or at least go 5, but now it's 7? Wow. But we'll see what happens with all that. So it's going to be an exciting weekend. The struggling Mets, who have lost 6 in a row, and are tied with the Phillies. They're in Philly tonight for a start of a 3-game series, so we'll hopefully win at least 2 of them. I'd like to sweep them, but, you know, the Mets are struggling right now. I don't even know who's pitching tonight, but I care less. Because McGill was hurt, Senga's hurt, Blackburn sucks. Holmes had a really rough game yesterday. So, you know, a good 2 months, and then June hits, and down the toilet. But hopefully we can at least salvage a win tonight. get back first place. We do have first place because of head-to-head with the Filthies, so we have that. So we'll see what happens with that. Alright, Michael Cole and Corey Slave this time on commentary because, Mr. Pat McAfee is covering the NBA Finals. So, we'll probably see him this coming Monday, win or lose for the Pacers, unless there's a parade on Monday in Indy. But, I mean, we'll see what happens with that. Alright, so this was a pretty decent show for Raw. So we're going to run down a few things. We had to start, we had the continuation of the men's and women's King and Queen of the Ring tournament. And we move on with that. Alright, so we start off with Liv Morgan and her boy toy, Dominic Guerrero, that's it. So Liv introduces Dom Dom, who says that tonight's all about his hottie. Liv reminds us that this is her division, if you talk about it, you talk about her. And last week she heard Nikki Bella, the Bella sluts, getting all that attention, but no one paved the way for her. She's like, I'm a legend. I made myself a legend on my own, and now I want some respect put on my name, basically. She said she's getting her Raw Women's title back from who? This lovely lady, my third amazingly hot Asian wife, Io Sky. So Io comes out looking amazing as always, and she wants Morgan to shut up! Shut up, you ain't no sushi! Basically, it's like, shut up, you disrespect. So she says, shut up or I kick your ass! Liv's like, okay. Or, you can just hand me the belt right now. Then Io tells her that you have to earn it rather than stealing like you did with Dom Dom. Oh, Io with a little shot to the balls. Like it, baby. Love it. So Io throws her title down, then hits a beautiful drop kick. And then, I think she did that little flippy, the nip up, and they go, crazy. And then a kick to Dom Dom's head. So it looks like we're getting the Bellas versus Liv and Raquel, possibly at Evolution. Or are we? Please do not give me a triple threat with Liv, Io, and Nikki Bella, and have that slut beat Io. No. Or don't even have Nikki on the card to face Io for the title. No, I don't want that shit. And we're not gonna have it. You know why? Because sadly, during the match with Kairi later on in the show, Kairi did a move. I think it was just trying for a trip. And she grabbed Liv's leg, and Liv fell right to the mat and dislocated her shoulder. Ow! And she's gonna be out for I think 6 to 12 months. No, I think it was 6 months. Somewhere around there, 6 to 12 months, because she got to get surgery now. Oh, I think it was 6 months. Yes, it is 6 months, because I read it on Ringside News. 6 months without Liv Morgan. So Dom Dom's gonna be, it's gonna be like, hey, Roxanne Perez, how you doing? So we'll see what happens with that. But Liv Morgan dislocated her shoulder. She's gonna be out for 6 months. But they are not, I don't know why, but they are not stripping them of the titles as of yet. As of this morning, they didn't say they're gonna strip them of the belts because Liv can't compete. I'm thinking maybe just throw Roxanne in and do a whole Jade Cargill type thing. When Jade got beat up by Naomi took her place and, teamed up with Bianca and had a pretty good run with the belts. So maybe they do something where Roxanne comes in and asks Raquel, hey, I'll be your tag team partner. And at first Liv won't like it. I mean, not Liv, but Raquel won't like it. And then they start going on a humongous run until Liv comes back. And in that span, Roxanne starts getting infatuated with Dom Dom. Because, you can't, a way to a man's heart is with chicken tendies. So we'll see what happens with that. We move on. Alright. Then we have Stephanie Furcaro, Ivy Nile, Raquel Rodriguez, and the returning my first basically hot Asian wife. She is back from her 1-year injury to her knee, and that is Asuka. Nobody is ready for Asuka except me and my dick. That's all I can say about that. And in any case, good match. Raquel tries for the Tahana Bomb. It connects, but then Mommy Rhea Ripley comes out of nowhere because it's a no DQ match because it's a fatal 4-way. She gets Riptide on the floor. I believe I think it was Raquel Rodriguez. She throws her in. Asuka hits that sexy running hip attack called the Empress Impact. Did she say Impact? On Raquel. 1, 2, 3. Yes! Asuka goes on to the semifinals where she will take on Miss Bliss, Alexa Bliss, tonight on SmackDown. So that's going to be a pretty interesting match. They have fought before, with wins against each other, so it's going to be a good match. I really hope Asuka goes to the finals, but, we'll see. I wouldn't be mad if it's Alexa, but I really want it to be Asuka. She deserves it in her comeback. So we'll see what happens with that. So, good match there in the Queen of the Ring tournament. Blah, 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 blah. Alright, then Asuka says the fire didn't die, and she's going to become the Queen of the Ring. So, no longer the Empress of Tomorrow. She'll be the Queen. Hopefully. We'll see. Alright, then we get a look back at Walter winning the Raw World title from Jey Uso to get the belt back for the second time. Then we see Liv Morgan wants Raquel to come out with her in her match with Kairi, but Raquel is still a little bit banged up from the match that she just had. And Dom Dom is pissed. I wonder why. He's probably not getting any from Liv these days, huh? JD McDumpfuck wants Dom Dom to have his back in his match later on against AJ Styles. But Finn Balor says, no, JD, I got your back. Fuck Dom. So Dom says Finn didn't get rid of AJ, so I'll do it. No, I'll do it. You do it. I'll do it. Yeah, shut up. So they leave. Finn gives Raquel a bit of a pep talk before wanting to talk to Roxanne Perez. I wonder about what? Come here, you 22-year-old hottie. She is 22. I don't think she's 22. I'd bang her. Nothing wrong with that. Age ain't nothing but a number to me. As long as you're above 18, but that's another story from last time. Blah, 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 blah. Alright. Then Walter comes out for his big title celebration. He says he's man enough to admit that Jey was the better man at WrestleMania. Then the fans start chanting for Goldberg! But Walter isn't here to talk about the rumors or him even showing up. The reality is that Seth freaking Rollins has money in the bank. So Walter is going to make it easy on Seth. I'm right here. Come cash in on me right here, right now. But instead of that, Goldberg comes out. Because he has to come out. He basically limps to the ring. Because he's a broken down 50-something-year-old schmuck. He's coming out to celebrate with Walter. But the thing is, Walter started something with Goldberg's family in Atlanta, GA. I think it was doing Backlash. No, I think it was in October. Anyway, so Goldberg says, I'm going to finish you and get the Raw World title in my hometown of Atlanta, GA on Saturday night's main event, July the 12th. Great. Great. We're going to have a 3 to 5 minute boar fest. Great. Great. They should have Walter beat the crap out of Goldberg in no less than 3 minutes. Did I say 3 minutes? That's what should happen. Fuck Goldberg. As Shane Douglas would say, you suck then, and you suck now. And if you don't like it, you can pretty much suck my ass. Thank you, Shane. Anyway, move on. Alright, then we got the JD McDumpfuck against the phenomenal AJ Bad Hair Styles. No, his hair is made from Coke Zero, the Tears of My Trolls, and the wetness of all the ladies that love me. Alright, so Dom Dom is actually out with JD McDumpfuck. It was a good match. JD hits a bling buster for a near fall. AJ fights his way back up to his feet, but then Dom Dom tries for a little distraction. It backfired because JD McDumpfuck walked right into the Styles Clash. 1, 2, 3, the phenomenal AJ Styles gets the win. And then after the match, he steals the Intercontinental title. This ain't TNA. Remember, you did that before. AJ and TNA. That kind of rhymes. AJ, TNA. So at Night of Champions, we got AJ going after Dom Dom for the Intercontinental title. And I hope he wins it. I love Dom Dom, but, you know, I miss AJ having the Intercontinental title. This is the house that AJ Styles built. Alright, we got that. Alright, then we have Natalya. The lovely Natalya. She's there with Alpha Academy, Otis, and that's Mr. Akira Tozawa and the lovely Maxine Dupri. So they give Sheamus Fella a pep talk before he faces Rusev well, he doesn't face Rusev. They're in the King of the Ring tournament. So we got that. Alright. Then we have Bayley. Give me a hug. She goes to the ring. We see Grayson Waller and Mr. Austin Theory of A-Town Down Under. They're still arguing. What's like the third week in a row they're arguing in the back? Just break them up already. And then we have the Raw Tag Team Champions, the New Day of Xavier Woods and Kofi Kingston. Alright, they're there. Just looking on, I guess. Maybe looking at Bayley's badunkadunk. I don't know. So Bayley comes out. Glad to be back since she came back last week and beat the crap out of Becky Lynch, the Women's Intercontinental Champion. So she's not happy with Becky, costing her a match at WrestleMania. She's going to climb the ladder to get back to face Becky. So she calls her out. Becky comes out in a Chicago Bears jacket and shirt for the heel heat. Wow. Saying the Bears beat the Packers last time. I don't know about that, but anyway. I don't remember half of last season anyway. So she talks about how she's always talks about her legacy, while Bayley is always about her friends. And then they kind of go back and forth. And Becky says, "Do you remember what it's like to have gold?" Ooh. And then Bayley's like ready to fight. He's like, "I'm not gonna turn my back to you." And basically Becky says, "I'll see you in Columbus," because they're gonna have a match next week. I don't know if it's for the title or it's just a straight up one-on-one match. And then she slaps Bayley in the face. Bayley drops her. Becky just goes to the back. There we got that. Alright, we move on. Alright, then we get a video from Jake. So the Geek Man, he's ready to face Walter again because it's tied at 1 apiece. So it's the third match. It will be the rubber match, as we always say. And if that means winning King of the Ring, he will do that. We'll have to see if he wins the tournament. We'll see about that. Alright, so after that, AJ gives the Intercontinental title back to acting Raw GM Nick Aldis because Adam Pearce was on vacation or some shit. He was in Pittsburgh, really. Who cares? So AJ gets the title shot, like I said. Bayley comes in and says, "I want a title shot next week against Becky for the Women's Intercontinental title." So Nick Aldis, "Alright, you got that too. You get a title shot. You get a title shot. We got all title shots." And so Aldis leaves. Bayley goes up to see Lyla Valkyria, the lassie bitch from Ireland, the former champion. And she apologizes for not getting back to her so quickly, but says, "I was just doing what was best for the belt." So Lyla doesn't seem happy about that. But she says, "I'm coming for the title no matter what." I'm like, "Oh no, please don't give her back the belt." Please, I don't need this. I don't need to see her with another horrible title reign. And we got that. Alright, then Kyrie versus Liv. We all know what happened. Liv dislocated her shoulder. She's gonna be out for 6 months. Sucks. Alright, then we see CM Punk challenging John Cena at Night of Champions. for the Undisputed title. That's already been official, and it's gonna happen because Punk's a hypocrite and will go to the Land of Sand after all. Another guy that might be going is Sami Zayn. He's excited about the King of the Ring, but Killer Kross comes in, and they've been going at it for the past few weeks. Killer Kross trying to get in Sami's head, trying to turn him to the dark side, even with Scarlett Bordeaux showing her titties and everything. She can show it to me anytime. Sorry, Killer Kross. I mean, sorry, Kev. You know. But anyway. So Sami thinks Kross is back here all the time because he can't back it up in the ring. So it looks like we might have a challenge. So Sami versus Killer Kross might be coming tonight on SmackDown. But we all know well, it's not going to happen because Sami's taking on Randy Orton's Monotonous Voice tonight in the semifinals of the Men's King of the Ring. So maybe on Raw next week we'll get Sami versus Killer Kross. And Sami will probably win because they're not pushing Kross and stuff out the door. Look at that. Alright, then we go to Sheamus, fella. Taking on Miro. Miro smash, not a pussy. Yeah. Jey Uso, the Yeet Man, yeeting with the kiddies. And Big Bronson Reed. Godzilla. So, alright, this was a banger. This was, great match. Eventually, Braun Breaker comes in to start his shit. And then Sami comes in to take him out. But Sami gets thrown over the announcer's table, then it hit Corey Graves. Damn. And then Pentagon Zero Miedo. He comes out with a big flippy dippity doo on Braun Breaker. And then E5 Drake. That's not an insult. That's a fact of life. Who's actually the same. They want to put him on Raw now, which I don't mind. Not that I care. I mean, Raw or SmackDown will still be a mid-carder. So he breaks up the Tsunami by Bronson Reed. Then we get a spear from Jey. We get a spear from Jey. 1, 2, 3. He goes on to the semis, and he will face Cody! MDK Cody, you bitch! Oh, that should be fun tonight on SmackDown. I want Jey Uso to beat the fuck out of Cody, but I have a feeling we're going to get King Cody and hopefully Queen Asuka. I really don't want King Cody because we all know he's gonna challenge. He gets that instant title shot against Cena or Punk, whoever gets there by SummerSlam. So it looks like we're gonna get Cody Cena 2 Electric Boogaloo on one of the nights of SummerSlam, and I don't want to see it. So we get that. So Jey Uso gets the win, and then after the match, he's all banged up. Seth freaking Rollins comes out to kind of cause more damage, but Cody comes in for the save, and then him and Seth have a big old stare down. Nothing really happens, and then Jey and Cody get up, and they stare each other down, and then they shake hands, and that's pretty much it. So it wasn't a bad show from Raw. I gave it 6.5 out of 10 stars. Let me know what you guys thought of the show, and then comment down below, and that's all I gotta say about that. Alright guys, I gotta get out of here, so I will see you guys later tonight with my SmackDown review right here on the channel. So stay tuned for that, hit that bell, please hit that like button, and subscribe to the channel. And if not, fuck you. That's it. Alright, so I'm out of here. Thanks for watching it, and until next time, fuck you, man. Adios. Peace.